So we will return to our second episode of Alone on Halloween, where we have Chris Grant, who is a journalist student off to investigate a witch's coven in Salem, been invited to observe. Backtie has been shot out, though we don't actually know that because we failed the roll, and has been, in all intents and purposes, drugged in this weird mansion, and is at the moment attempting to investigate where his friend Corey Adams has disappeared to. We have our map that I will show on screen, and we are in room 228. I have some paper to track the rooms that we will be visiting, and we will begin to explore to try and find our friend. I had 228 just now. We will begin, so we are in room 228. We will begin to explore. So we have our countdown, but we're on 228. So we will leave 228. We won't go up or downstairs. We will leave 228. There's a door directly opposite us to 313, which is probably the best place to go straight away. We will go from 228 directly to 313. The double doors of the dining room creak open slowly as you peek into the gloomy, grimy chamber. A large spiderweb shrouded table rests in the centre of the room. 13 place settings around the table with a like number of chairs. A once elegant candelabrum holds up the tent of spiderwebs from the centre of the table. You may attempt either of the following: a spot hidden, a listen. Okay, if we fail, return to the map. This gives us 1 JP. I'm going to track. So I forgot to add up the JP, but I'll track them for this one. So, and then we'll do the next one and we'll find out. So we've got a listen is at 20%, a spot hidden is 25%. I really should have put into that, shouldn't I? Spot hidden, 25. Nope, failed. Okay, so we don't find anything. We go back to 228. Can we just wander back in again and then maybe a bit later? Maybe we'll go over to, so we'll wander, we'll come out, we'll turn right, we'll go along the corridor to 241. As you open the door to this chamber, you can't help but notice how damp and humid the air is, with an almost salty smell. As you ease yourself in, you discover the source of the dampness. A huge, slime-covered pool fills the room. Thick, black and bilious algae and seaweeds float on the stagnant water, and the once delicate and beautifully tiled floor is buckled and cracked. Foul-scented water trickles from the walls and the ceiling. You may attempt either a listen roll or a spot hidden roll in this room. Alright, let's go for a listen this time. That's 20%. Nope. Succeed with a listen. Fail and go to 251. Cautiously, but curiously, you edge closer to the thick, disease-infested water. All is still and quiet. And suddenly, a scaled, bloated, tentacled horror raises with a hiss from the dark waters. Make a SAN roll. Lose 0 or D6. What's our SAN? Our current SAN is, sanity is 90%. So 37, so we succeed. So we lose no points. Otherwise continues the paragraph. The octopodal monstrosity lashes out at you with a rubbery tentacle and has a 40% chance of hitting you. You may attempt to dodge out of the way of the creature. If you're struck by a tentacle, go da-da-da-da. If the beast misses you and you escape by fleeing the room, count yourself lucky and return to the map. Okay, so it has a 40% chance of hitting us. It misses. Hitting, and you may attempt to, yeah, it misses. So it misses hitting us. So we rolled a 72. So we dodge out and we go back out into the hallway. Nope, go back out into the hallway. So we're panting out. So we were in 241. If we come out, and turn right. Directly opposite us there's room 292. We'll go into room 292. As you push open the door, you see that you have discovered a small dining room. A small table rests within the centre of the room, complete with 2 settings and 2 chairs. You may attempt either a spot hidden or a listen roll. Alright, let's try spot hidden again. 25. Oh, 9, yes! Go to 246. I didn't write this down. I'm in 292. So what was that? 246. You don't spot anything unusual. Return to the map. So we will turn right, wander down the corridor. So we've been here, we've been there, we've been there. Wander down the corridor, turn right, wander down. So then we have 2 doors to our left and right. We will go left and into 289. And we are going to 289. 289. Peering through the glass doors of this room, you see that it is a once opulent greenhouse room. The doors squeak and groan as you swing them in and enter the chamber. Rain pours in through the many broken and missing panes of glass in the roof. A set of double doors leads from this room out into the backyard. Oh yeah. Many twisted and odd forms of vegetation grow within the soil of the floor or hang creepily from the cracked hanging pots and baskets that dangle precariously from the ceiling. The plants are the most unusual you've ever seen, many with strange foliage and colours. Plants with yellow thorny vines and grey flowers twist and creep along the broken bricks of the floor, while stiff, sharp, red sword-like leaves with pink warts sprout up out of the floor. An odd black foliaged growth is thriving hanging from the roof. Its green fibrous roots dig right into the glass. The whole room is a bizarre sight. You may attempt either a botany roll or a spot hidden. I don't think I've got botany. I haven't got botany. So we can do a spot hidden, which is again our 25%. Greens. That's a 91. I think that's a no. So we return to the hall. We will go opposite to 250. And I will regret not putting more into spot hidden. But you live and learn. Or in Cthulhu, sometimes you don't. You instantly recognise this room as the kitchen. Dirt and long curtains of dust shroud everything and delicately drape like fine lace between pieces of furniture. You may try either an idea roll or a spot hidden roll in this room. Success with idea room. Okay, let's do that. Our idea is 80. So we get 1 JP for this room. And we get a successful idea roll. Yay, us. We actually did something right. So that will send us to 315. It's probably going to say something like, you don't see anything. Other than the dust, you get the idea that nothing is unusual about this room. I guessed that right. Okay, so that's 250. So there's a door in 250 that leads to 344. So we will go from 250 to 344. The door is locked. You must succeed with a mechanical repair roll or match your strength against the door's strength of a d6 plus 6 to gain entry to the room. So we don't have mechanical repair, but we will go a d6 plus 6, which is a 4 plus 6, which is a 10, which we convert, because we times it by 5, to a 50. So it has to make a 50 strength roll. So 29 being a 21 difference. So let's write that down so I don't forget. 21 difference, and I have a strength of 65 being a much bigger difference. So I succeed, go to 341. 341. The door creaks loudly open to reveal the kitchen pantry. Shelves lined with assorted canned and boxed goods take up most of the space in this large closet. You may attempt either a pharmacy roll, I don't have pharmacy, or a spot hidden roll. Succeed, fail, return to the map at 344. A spot hidden roll, go to, okay, so we'll try spot hidden, which is a 25, as we know. No, fail. So we go back to 344. So we go back to return to the map. So that's 344. So then we go back to 250. We go back to the hallway. So if we go back, passing through 250, I don't think that costs us anything, does it? Nah, we're not searching it. So we can move on, and then we've got 354, whatever 354 is. So let's move on, and we'll go to 354. 354 gives us a tick on our clock. 354. As you wander through the eerie, lonely hall, make a spot hidden roll. Fail and return to the map. Nope, fail and return to the map. Okay, we're just wandering around here blindly. So there's some stairs that we could go up, or we could backtrack back round, and then we'll go back to the door that we came out of, and instead of turning right and heading up, which is what we did, we will come back down, and we'll head round to 256. Just methodically searching this floor. 256. The double doors to this room wearily grown open to reveal a spacious living room, complete with the dust-shrouded furnishings. This room, once opulent, now stands in near ruin, a victim of time and neglect. You may attempt either a listen roll or a spot hidden roll. Fail and return to the map. Alright, spot hidden again. 25. Nope. Return to the map. I think I should do this again. But I'll boost my spot hidden. Well, inside 25, no, that's it. We were in 256. There's a door in 256 leading to 374. So we will go from here to 374. The warped and buckled double doors crack open loudly, stirring up grey clouds of dust that spin cyclone-like off into the shadowy corners of the room. As you cautiously step into the room, you discover that you have found the library. Towering cases and countless shelves line the walls, all packed with books. A once beautiful oriental rug smothers the dull hardwood floor and is held in place by majestic bulky oak furniture. Stubs of candles tell of constant use by some unknown reader. You may try any one of the following skill rolls. Going to the noted paragraph is successful. Note that you may attempt any of the other skill rolls, but you must mark off a space on the timetable for each attempt, successful or not. Did I mark off coming into this room? I can't remember. I'm going to mark one off, and I'll just count it up at the end of this. So we are in 374. So we can do an anthropology roll, which I don't have very good at. We can do an archaeology roll, which I don't know very good at. An astronomy roll, I don't, but I remember Corey did. A botany roll, we know we don't have. Cthulhu Mythos, we don't have. History, we do have history at 25%. So I can do a history roll. A cult, we do have a cult at 70%, so that's what we might do first. And zoology we don't have, so we can do a cult and history. So first off we'll do a cult, and it says you may attempt any of those skills, but you must mark off a special type for each attempt. Okay, so for the first attempt we don't have to, which is an occult check. Greens, 66, only just. Go to 245. 245, and then we will come back to 245. You've found a dog-eared copy of Bram Stoker's Dracula. You notice that a page is folded over, and on that particular page you find references, as the character of Dracula is speaking, to the vampire's ancestral bloodline, which he claims includes Attila the Hun, Reading this book gives you a plus 5% in occult. Ooh, all right, that gives us 75 occult. And then it says go back to 374. 374. So we will now do a history, which means that we do another tick, even though in the time clock, even if we fail this. Our history is... Where does our history go? I had history. There it is. 25. Might as well do a spot listen. 27. Oh, 27. Oh, luck. I will actually use luck for this one. I will drop that by, what's that? By 2. Drop that by 2. I could have done that with some of the others, couldn't I? To 58. I always forgot about luck. I did that in Alone Against Flames. I forgot about luck as well. Making 58. So that makes our history roll successful. So we didn't use up the time on the clock for no reason. 307. You found a book detailing the lineage of the Tepes family, later to become the von Roche family after the death of Vlad Tepes in 1476. You find one bit of interesting reading. The last noted von Roche was born in 1587 in Romania. There is little detail of this last heir to the von Roche name, except that he was born Baron Birdline Tressian Trebs von Roche. Attempt either a history or a cult roll. Okay, we will do a cult because it's now 75. 22, success. Succeed with either and go to 324. Foul and return to the map. Reading this book gives you a 5% to your history roll. Okay, so our history goes to 30%. We succeed and go to 324. 324. Vlad Tepes, or Vlad the Impaler, was originally Dracula, and while not known to be a true vampire, he was the inspiration for Bram Stoker's vampire Count Dracula. That is true. Was this just like an interesting fact? Have I just been told an interesting fact? 324, 324. Return to the map 307. Okay, so we return to that, which means that we would return to 374. 374. We return to 374. And there is nothing else to do in here because we can't make any other rolls. So we would return out of 374. So we come out of 374 to one of those doors. There's a door across the corridor. So if we come out of the door on the west hand side, we can go across the corridor to the door slightly to the top, which is 346. So we will go to 346. Oh, this is going to be a long one. 346. With a weak moan, the door opens into the parlour. Once beautiful furniture rests peacefully against the walls. An old grandfather clock stands silently at attention, the hands frozen in time forever. You may attempt either a history or a spot hidden roll in this room. Oh, let's go for history because we could succeed in that. Our history is 30 now. Greens. Oh, 33. All right. Luck. 3 points of luck to drop that to 30. 1, 2, 3. Giving us down to 55 luck, which means that we succeed with a history roll at go to 367. 367. Your history roll tells you that some of the furniture in this room dates back from the 1700s and 1800s. Return to the map at 364. Is that like stop being clever? So that was 346. 346. We now know that there is some old furniture in here, so we will come out of the corridor at 346. Pretty sure I ticked one for 346. And we will head down to the corridor, and then we will turn right, and then we'll go into 271, which it should now be 9 o'clock. Oh, and I didn't say that this last one. I forgot to say it, but thank you very much for watching. I very much appreciate everyone for watching, and it's very, very, if you're enjoying it, I'm really, really glad. Please tell me if you do enjoy it. Put it in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinions, if you think there are any other types of games that you'd like to see, or any other types of adventures. Sorry to break the flow, but yes, thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. If you'd like to subscribe, that would be awesome. Makes me feel warm and fuzzy, and it also lets me know that people are actually want to regularly see these things. I mean, I enjoy doing them, so I keep doing them and I do the things that I enjoy, but I'm more than happy to explore new ideas if people have them. Anyway, we're about to go into room 271, final room of this episode. 271. Oh, 271. Oh, that's 371. I was going to say it doesn't look like a secret passageway. 271. Here we go. Page. You slowly crack open the door and peer in. This is a billiards room, obvious from the large billiard table that stands heavily in the centre of the floor. An ornate fireplace decorates one wall. The stonework is adorned with fiercely snarling and ugly faces and creatures. You may attempt any one of the following: an occult check, a power check, or a spot hidden. Occult it is. Our occult is presently 75. 27, yes, an occult check is successful. 264, isn't 264, you don't find anything here. 264, you recognise the hideous stone figures as gargoyles. Return to the map. That's 2 points for that one and 1 point for that one. So that gives us 8 points total, I do believe. Return to the map, 271. 271, so that means you attempt that one or that one. If you fail, return to the map. So we come in here, we notice that there are gargoyles, and then we return back into the corridor. Okay, that was quite quick, in which case we might do one more. We'll come out of the corridor, we'll turn left, we'll walk along, and we'll go into 343. It's now 9:10. 343. 343. The door groans slowly open to reveal a lounge, complete with overstuffed furniture and faded, moth-eaten carpet. On the walls hang several very old paintings of people, the paint faded and cracked with age. You may attempt either an idea roll or a spot hidden roll. Succeed with the idea roll, go to 335. Okay, we're going to do an idea roll because that gives us an 80% chance. This was 343, I'll write this down afterwards. We would have succeeded in both. So we are in 343. We succeeded with our idea roll, which means we go to 335. 335. Examining the paintings closer, you suddenly realise that you have seen these faces before. They are O'Brien and Miss Quinn. The paintings are signed by the artist in 1783. Return to the map. Oh, that gives us 5, JP. Dear me, we've got loads so far. 343, 343, and so that was one or the other, and so that means we return to the map. So we are outside the doors in the hallway. At the end of this session, we'll end here. So thank you very much for watching. We very much appreciate it. We shall return to our next session and continue the story of Alone on Halloween.